Our last contestant in the dramatic finals, number 225, second lady.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and members of the press. First of all, I would like to extend my husband's greetings to the League of Women Voters and also offer his deep regret for not being able to make it here this afternoon. As you may know, he and Senator Montgomery flew to Southern California yesterday in order to provide aid to the thousands of residents afflicted by the earthquake last week. I hope you will therefore make allowances for me delivering his intended address on such short notice. Volunteerism is a concept that is pivotal to the Montgomery and Erskine philosophy of self-help. As a nation, we must learn to tap the individual's most precious resource, his initiative. I'm sorry. I think I have a copy of the speech in my bag. How much time do I have? Well, how about I just talk to you about my own personal experience with volunteering? If there is any issue that is part of my husband's campaign that I feel qualified to address, it's this one. Americans live in a culture where political scandal garners more attention than political policy. The media tends to display our leaders as though they're objects under a microscope. And when relationships falter, these intrusions corrode their ability to communicate intimately. Kilbourgh Reedy explores this phenomenon, leaving the audience to consider the role we play in the private lives of our public leaders. Second Lady by Kilbourgh Reedy. Well, aren't these speeches just so stuffy sometimes? You know, I'm just really pleased to have the opportunity just to chat with the League of Women Voters. Well, did you know that the first time I met my husband, we were both working as volunteers for a local political campaign. So you see, volunteering can be rewarding. I'm very grateful for my opportunity to have served throughout my public life. My husband says he's very lucky to have a wife like me, you know, someone who understands him so well. He says he could never do without me. You know, there are a few rare people you meet in your life who really just stretch you to reach your full potential, and I think that Joseph is such a person. He says I am the most intelligent woman he knows, besides his sister. She actually hasn't been in the limelight very much during the campaign. Joseph believes in keeping the family out of the political arena. He says he'll be damned if he's going to contribute any more of that genre of entertainment. Genre of entertainment. You know, he always knows the right word, the right phrase with no apparent effort. Of course, I don't envy him. I mean, how could I be jealous of a quality that has done us so much good? His sister, on the other hand, is another matter. Now I find it so much more difficult to admire a woman who has a quality I lack than to admire a man with that same quality. Isn't that funny? Competition, I suppose. You know, a sister is hardly someone to compare yourself with. We fill different needs in his life. Irene is a lovely person, really just lovely, but terribly articulate. They'll communicate through the shorthand that makes their conversations go like lightning, back and forth and back and forth. I'd call it rude, but I don't think that Joseph realizes he's doing it by now. I don't think he realizes that I can't keep up with the two of them. All the same, I find it difficult to excuse in her the gift of expressing herself the way I forgive it in him. Now, I don't understand how they keep such straight faces in these photos. Republicans will do it more than Democrats. It's something in their eyes. It's that intensity. You know, the first time that Joseph ran for public office, he was defeated. And I remember his anger and his sadness, but mostly I remember his gratitude towards me. I think I loved him most when he lost that election. When he looks at me and his eyes are full of pride and pleasure, there's nothing sweeter. Nothing in the world to compare. And when he's angry with me, I feel this despair, like it's a living thing inside me, and I can't see it, and I can't touch it. I can't forget it. Do you know what I mean? Does that ever happen to you? I mean, you must know what I mean. You know, being women, you must. A woman's love is different than a man's. Excuse me, could you and your friend stop talking? I find it distracting. Are you bored? Well, that's too bad, because I think that the rest of us here are having a lovely time just chatting, right? We're all having a lovely time, aren't we? Is anybody else bored? Yeah, would all the boring people please get up and leave? You know, if you're bored, you can leave and you can take your friend with you. She looks boring too. No photos! I was told that there'd be no photos until after my address. I'm sorry, that was rude. That was rude. That was very rude of me. You all have been, a lovely audience, really just very attentive. I don't care why you've listened to me. I really don't. I just need someone I can talk to. And I tried to talk to Joseph about it, but he says that there's nothing wrong with our relationship, so I even tried to talk to Irene about it. And she told me that people shouldn't let their bodies rule their minds. I have tried, and I have tried to be her friend. It would make me that much closer to him. Maybe if I knew what she knows, or I thought what she thinks, maybe I could understand him. Irene was in California last week, and they can't find her. She's one of the thousands of uncovered bodies. And he has gone to look for her. And I thought to myself, I hope she's dead. Please, God, just let her be dead. If she's dead, then maybe you could love me. And then I saw him staring. And I knew I'd said those words out loud. His eyes. She is worth 100 of you, he said. He loves her, you see, in a way that he can never love me. In every way, she is the only woman worthy of him. And I will never be as perfect as she is or as pure as she is, because I am just this woman that he has sex with. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say any of that. I didn't mean to say any of that. I didn't get any sleep last night. I forgot the speech. Just stop taking photos, please. The election! They'll drop him from the ticket. I loved you most when you lost the election. I never felt closer to you.